out to vote in the Howie Lynn tradition. But also you need to be aware that I am actually a Virginian. I was born in the holy city of Charleston, but my mother is was born in Richmond. I was named after my grandfather from Richmond. I attended Washington Lee University, Lexington, Virginia, and then I'm very grateful that I have a son who's a doctor of the Navy at Portsmouth Naval Hospital, and so I'm very grateful, and lives in Norfolk. And it somewhat hurt my feelings, but my daughter-in-law changed her registration to vote in Norfolk so she could vote for the general. So I associate with Virginia, and I just want to let you know that indeed I met Howie, and I was so impressed. He came by and was explaining about efforts that are being made in Iraq to build a civil society. I've had two sons serve in Iraq. My oldest son, Alan, who's running for Attorney General of South Carolina, was field artillery for a year in Iraq, and working to help develop a civil society, and it's been so exciting. And then my second son, the doctor of the Navy, served with the Rangers and the SEALs in Iraq. And so Howard came by, and he was so enthusiastic that things could be done. And I've been there 11 times. And I, too, shared that. And it was totally politically incorrect in the Cuccinelli tradition. I founded the Victory in Iraq Caucus because I knew we could, on behalf of the people of the Middle East, we could be successful. And thanks to the great efforts of Howie and our troops and military families, we have been successful. But it was not politically correct at the time when he came by and told me about all the pros, but his enthusiasm was so infectious. Wow. And so that's what we need, and an open party. And I was a young Republican, college Republican at WNL, and would travel the state organizing precincts. And so I'm just so grateful for the success. And we've got something to build on. Last year, we saw the town hall movement, how successful that was in the district that I represent. I hosted town halls. I've been doing them for 26 years. I served in the state Senate and now Congress, in the Senate for 17 years, and now Congress around 9. But I would have like 50 people come to my quarterly town hall. Well, we had a town hall in Columbia. 1,700 people came. It was the largest town hall in the history of South Carolina, and 98% of the people who came were concerned about a government takeover of health care. And now we had hecklers there on the other side, and we made it through. And then in my home county, Lexington, 1,500 people. And then I'm very grateful along the coast of South Carolina, Beaufort, South Carolina, we had 1,500 people. And then, but the funnest meeting I had was really at Hilton Head Island. And we had 1,200 millionaires stacked like sardines, squeezed like sardines, and into the Hilton Head Island High School. And at all of them we had hecklers, but actually the crowd handled the hecklers. But the town halls were an indication of the passion of the people, and we've seen it again, and I've referred to this so often, that with the elections of November the 3rd, in Virginia here, you should be so proud. Only the second time in 125 years, Republicans for governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general. And I've gone up the Sunday before to campaign for the Tea Party movement in Morristown, New Jersey, to encourage voter turnout. As I was going up on the train, I would call friends of mine. As we get to different cities in New Jersey, I knew people, so I'd call them and say, hey, I'm on my way to Morristown to encourage people to vote. And they say, well, Joe, we appreciate this, but it is hopeless. Our state is so corrupt, and it's hopeless. And they've sadly reduced the people to such a level of dependency that they can't make a free choice. And I thought, golly, this just can't be. And anyway, the vote, and I gave a speech on behalf of change and hope. And the miracle was was, Chris Christie did produce change, and he has fulfilled hope. And then, of course, we should all be so grateful. One man can make a difference. One person can make a difference. Scott Brown. Who can imagine in Massachusetts, the least likely place on earth? I mean, this makes Northern Virginia, the 10th district, look like paradise for Howard Lynn. But that's where Howie's going to get people involved. And we just know with the issues of limited government, expanded freedom, that we can prevail. And of all states, Virginia, this is the state of Thomas Jefferson. This is the state that has established that limited government is the basis of success for the people of our country and a beacon around the world. Because we've seen it, but big government is not the answer. Where has it worked? Nowhere. So we need to be positive, get our message out, get people and sadly, what an example Greece. Creating a dependent society, creating a situation where the funding simply can't exist. And so we should learn from that in a positive way. But again, I'm grateful to be here tonight. I want to wish Howie well. I want to thank all of you for helping him. And if you're ever downtown, please come to 212 Cannon House Office Building. You'll be greeted with rose petals. And all you have to do is say Howie. Thank you.